Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. It's time to head to the tent. You guys didn't watch the video that I just posted, the little update video. My dad got drawn for bear hunting this year, and he hired a guide that has some stands up in the area and the baits and everything, so he has a pretty good chance. I think the guy has something like an 85% or higher success rate on bears for the people that hunt. And anyway, he's pretty excited. He's going to do it with the muzzleloader, and this weekend he's going to be up at the folks' cabin, and he's going to be sighting in. He's got two of them. I don't know which one he's going to use, but he's going to be sighting one of those in. I brought my new weather station that Melissa got me for my birthday, so I'm excited to get that in. In fact, on my way up here, I'm going to swing over when I'm going through Duluth. I'm going to cut over the bridge over to Superior. I have to stop and see Melissa for a few minutes, and then I'll be back on the road and headed up to the tent. Just coming over the top of the hill into Duluth. I stopped and saw Melissa. Now I'm back into Minnesota here, head north, stop and get some groceries, and head to the tent. I have about an hour and a half till I get to the tent now, maybe a little less than that. The radio just said that 84 degrees is the high today, so we should be right there in the mid 80s. It's kind of hazy out, and that's due to the Canada wildfires. Some of that smoke is blowing down into Minnesota. Everything seems to look the same. Nothing seems to be moved at all. Look at all the wild rice out there this year. It's amazing. Some years there's hardly any, and sometimes it's full, and this year it's definitely full. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the SD cards. I'm going to go out and get my computer and then pull the SD cards out of the cameras, because probably 3 weeks ago is now, George got a hold of me. He was in Alaska, might still be in Alaska, I'm not sure. And there had been some break-ins up here into some of the cabins. You know, there's very few cabins right around here, but on some other lakes there was some break-ins also. George's cabin got broken into. My folks' old cabin, I believe that got broken into. Anyway, so he gave me the sheriff's number, and I gave him a call. And he had already been in here to the tent. He had been over to the folks' cabin and didn't see anything that was wrong. But anyway, they did catch the two people that were doing it, and they had warrants for their arrest from another state, and anyway, they're in a deep crap is what would be the best word. Anyway, he knows I had cameras. In fact, when I talked to him, he goes, "Is this Joe from Joe and Zach Survival?" And it was so funny. Anyway, he knows I have cameras up here, so I need to just check and see, because if it doesn't look like anybody's been here, but if they were, there would be more charges for trespassing and stuff like that. So I want to pull them, and I told him I wouldn't be up here for a few weeks, and he said that was no problem. They had enough so that those guys weren't going anywhere. But I do want to check them out right away just to make sure. The first camera that I had with the didn't have anything on it. So this one here now, there's an animal right here. I don't know what it is. This is on the 13th of July. I can't, it's dark. I mean, I don't think that's a wolf, because usually at night the wolves still come up gray, so that's got to be either a small bear or something. And the thing is, I had left dog food when Nellie was up here in this bucket. I forgot to get rid of it, and I was worried, so my dad was going to come up the following weekend or whenever it was, I don't know, a few days later. And I called him and asked him if he would come over here and get rid of that bucket so I don't have animals coming up on there. And I see that there he is coming up to get the bucket. So this all happened on the same day. I don't know what this is right here. That's just weird, almost like somebody was up looking at the... I don't know. There's the sheriff coming in to check the place out right there. So this to me is weird. There's nothing, you've got to get a ladder to get to this. And that's like a hand over it or something, and I don't know what this is, but I mean, I also have them locked to the tree. I don't know what that is. Something over here. Oh, there's a deer right there. I think that's a deer. And here now I've got two of these. They look like, I don't know, sled dogs or something. So, oh, and then the sheriff is back again. My dad. Something right here is moving. Don't know what that is. No idea what the heck that is. Oh, look at that! It's a moose! Oh, yes! Wow! That was today. That moose was here today at 8:09 this morning. Alright, well that got me kind of excited. That is so cool. I had to call my dad and tell him, and I took a picture of it and sent it to Melissa. Look at that. That is just really cool. And that was, today is 8:09, and it was at 8:09. So anyway, one more camera here to check. That's me. This one here now, that looks to me like a wolf. Yeah. Almost looks like it's a collared wolf. I don't know, but definitely a wolf. There's the sheriff coming in. And there he's leaving. Here we have a deer walking there. Keeps walking. There comes the sheriff again. There he's leaving. Here's another picture of that wolf, and you can see that it does have a collar on it. I was just looking at this picture, and this was today with the wolf at 8:09. Or today is 8:09, so 7:26 this morning. And the next picture is the moose, which was at 8:18. So, yeah, that's some pretty cool pictures we got on the camera this time.
Yeah, and it's right through the flowers.
Right.
Oh, that doesn't tell you that I got that one in Mayfoot tree in the front yard.
Yep.
Right next to it, there's all the flowers are ate off.
Oh, they
A
are.
whole bunch of them are, so they're up there.
Yep, that's probably why they're coming through. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the wintertime they go up there and they yeah, chew them up too. Well, my dad was just over here for maybe 20 minutes, and he thinks that this is probably an animal that's crawling over the box. And that would make sense also, because up here, this in the middle of the night, what would that be? You know? So something is definitely over the camera. It's not, it's just flashing at itself. So he was probably right. Well, Melissa got me that weather station and I'm excited to get that set up. I hope I have all the right parts. I'm going to go grab that out of the truck and let's see if we can get that to work. So this is the main unit right here. I've had it set up at the house now for a couple of weeks. And it works pretty neat there, but I didn't have it in the right spot. But anyway, like I said, I want to put this out on the dock. And I'm going to go grab those pipes, and hopefully the pipe that I got will fit into the pipe that holds up the dock. Alright, so my master plan here, which might not work at all. I was thinking you're supposed to have it like 7 or 8 feet or something off the ground. So I got a 4-footer and a 3-footer. So if I put these two together and I put the whatever you call that base unit thing up on the top of it, and then if I add this one with this on it also, then this could actually slide down into the pipe that holds the dock, because some of those are at least 8 feet down. The problem is where the dock is tightened up, it's a bolt that comes through and like pushes against the pole. When Zach and I did that, we cranked it really hard and it dented it in, which I wanted, so I'm not sure if it'll slide past that or not. I'm not even sure that this will fit inside there. I had my dad measure it, and I think it was 1.5 inches, and these are about 1 3/8 inches on the outside, so all I can do is give it a try and see what happens. I'm not sure if I'm going to want to be looking at that all the time, if that's going to like feel like it's blocking my view or whatever, but for right now it's fine. I can always move it somewhere and put a little cement base or something into the ground, but with all the tree cover up here, that's pretty much the best I can do, so it's not right underneath the tree, it's in direct sunlight and stuff like that. Alright, well it's all hooked up. The only thing that's flashing that it's raining out, and it's not, but I mean it was hooked up running down at the house this morning, now it's way up here, and it is pretty humid out there. So anyway, it resets at midnight, and we'll see how it works. I bought a couple of these under cabinet lights. What I would like to do is put one up underneath here, and I might put one up underneath that bunk too. It just at night it gets a little bit dark, and any little bit more light really helps. I do like it so far. We'll wait till tonight when it's dark, and I think that's going to help quite a bit. Zachary and Samantha got me this for my birthday. I've got a lot of cast iron, but I didn't have any that had a handle. Well, Melissa got me one, but it's really big, and I wanted one that I can put out there over that fire and see how it looks, you know, with it hanging on the hooks and stuff, and eventually I can cook in it. I think once the weather cools down and you feel like making something in the old Dutch oven, that's going to work perfect. Well, I just took the boat out. I was going to go fishing. Didn't get very far out, and I looked and it's not kicking any water out, so something must be wrong with the impeller. So I just brought it back here. I'm not gonna ruin the motor. So anyway, I'll have to get that fixed, or maybe I'll try to start it tomorrow and see what happens. Well, I brought up, not all this is for here, because I'm here tonight, all day tomorrow and tomorrow night, and then I'm heading to the fifth wheel with Melissa for a night, and then she's coming to the house for the next night. So I brought up pork steaks, half a gallon of milk. I'm gonna do these spare ribs tonight. It's hard to find these now. You get the kind that are all wrapped in, you know, sealed in plastic, and these are the kind that I like. So I'm gonna make those tonight. I bought ribeyes, but I'm gonna do those, I think, at Melissa's, or at the fifth wheel. And I brought hamburgers up just in case. I also brought up some potatoes and some hamburger buns. I have not had a baked potato in quite a while, so I'm definitely looking forward to having one up here. Let's see, I feel like spinach tonight. I wish I have a big can. I wish I had some of those small cans since it's just me up here, but that'll have to do. I sent a picture of that moose that I just took with my camera of the moose to George. Wasn't sure if he was still in Alaska, but he says, "Nice pic. Looks like the stuff up here in Alaska. Moose all over the place. Started for home today. We'll get in about 500 miles, so we'll almost make it to the Canadian border, but not quite cross it tonight. Be another 5-6 days on the road until he can get to Duluth." That's where he lives. Sent home 150 pounds of fish from the trip. Nice time in Alaska. Wow. I said, "Wow, I saw you were catching a lot of them. You have a long drive ahead of you." Wow. It is so quiet right now. All I can hear is my ears ring. No matter how hard I try, I can hear nothing. Okay everyone, well, I'm going to pour myself a glass of milk and I'm going to eat some dinner. Okay everyone, well it's about 5 minutes to 10. I'll probably stay up for another 15-20 minutes and then I'm going to go to bed. So I will see you guys bright and early in the morning.
Today, sunny. Patchy fog in the morning. Patchy smoke in the afternoon. Highs 77 to 83. Northwest wind around 5 miles per hour becoming west in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear. Isolated rain showers and thunderstorms in the evening. Patchy smoke through the night. Lows near 60. West wind around 10 miles per hour becoming northwest after midnight.
Good morning everybody. As you can see, I've been up for a while here. It's just about 7:30 right now. About 9 o'clock this morning, I think my dad's going to be shooting his muzzleloader. He had new sights put on there. They're like a ghost sight, and he needs to get that sighted in. So try to get over there if I can and get a little video. He might even bring it over here because sometimes we'll shoot it into the wood pile. So either way, I'd like to get some video of that. It's up to 62 degrees right now. Still has that haze, small little bit of haze all over from the Canadian wildfires. Sounds like when the wind switches around later, it might get a little bit worse. Well, I looked at the motor and there's nothing blocking the water inlet on there, so something must have happened to the impeller. I'll have to haul that home with me and bring it in, and I wish I had my 9/8 Merc up here, but I don't. I had that serviced and it's sitting in the workshop, so looks like I'm not going fishing. This part of the tent right here where I store stuff is becoming a mess, so I'm going to clean all this up, throw some of this stuff away. There's a few things that can go anyway, and just get things organized. This metal box right here, my brother John, he built it for me when he was in high school. So I mean, it's over 30 years old. It was before Sarah was born, I believe, when he built that. So, and he gave it to me, and I've had it in a couple different houses I've lived in. And anyway, I wanted to bring it up here, so I brought it up here last year, and I haven't done anything with it. But now that Xander's getting older, and this is a very firearms-friendly tent, or whatever you want to call it, ammunition can go in here and be locked, so that it's just the right thing to do. So once again, this box will be used. That's what I've always used it for, pretty much, is for ammunition. Wonder if this whole ammo box will fit in there. We don't want to get any tighter than that. That works. Good.
That went through, so. I don't like this cap for one bit. I'm only doing 75 grains. I gotta get a funnel for here. Yes, I had all this small stuff, when I was shooting, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, right, right.
When I got it set for 75, I'll be shooting 100.
Oh, you will.
But I'll try one of these here. These are ones I'll be hunting with. I gotta cut this off. But then after you get the load you want, then you like, I'll put 100 grades on a certain bullet. I make a mark here. So then the next time you do it, every once in a while, like your second shot, maybe you won't see it all the way. It's hard.
Oh, I see, yeah.
But then you can tell if your mark's up here, you're a little harder.
Oh, yeah, I suppose, because if it gets corroded, it would get worse, you know?
Oh, that's right. I aimed at the top of that tape.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's about as close as you can get.
Well, after every couple of shots, he has to clean that, so he's going to clean it now. And then he's going to come over here, because over there he's shooting at 17 yards just to see if those new sights they put on were working good, and they seem to be working really good. And then I'll come over here, and here if we shoot into the wood pile, we can get about 47 yards, which is, I think, plenty if you're going to be shooting over bait from a blind. They're usually fairly close. So once he gets that set up, we'll film some more here, and I'll watch him shoot a little bit farther. I think that looks much better. I can easily walk around in there now. I'm on down to one bag of charcoal, so I need to get a whole bunch more of that. I'll put the water up on top like I always do, but it's nice to have one that sits right down here so it's easier to grab. I think since I'm here, I'm going to take that, whatever it is, that disinfectant stuff and clean that shower base right there. It hasn't been done for quite a while. Much better. Well, it's just about noon, so I think I'll make me some lunch.
That sure would have been right on. Just tap it a little more.
Yeah, I mean, you're just straight over to the right, otherwise you're right on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just wait and I'll probably be up here.
That's about 10 minutes to 2. I'm kind of bored, so I decided to drive the loop, see if there's anything to see. See if we can survive the deer flies and go back and check out my far deer stand here. Looks a little different now than when there's some snow on the ground, or at least no leaves, but the stand still seems to be in good shape. Well, that stand is pretty much ready to sit in. The outside of it looked good. This trail going in isn't too bad since we cleaned that up last year. Definitely needs some cooler weather though. I wanted to check this little river here. You know, it is a river, but it's more like a stream. Because the lake itself is down at least 12 inches from this spring, and you can see here it's way down too. Usually those rocks are not sticking above the water. This was that trail that goes in. Remember I had that trail camera way back there and I had to go get it last year during deer hunting? I thought maybe some of these trees would pop up this spring, but they are just down. No way to get through there with the four-wheeler. Well, we may as well go check the other stand, the one I shot the little deer out of last year. Everything is growing up so much in this clearing now. This whole area has probably 1 million ripe raspberries. Hopefully there aren't any bears out here eating them. Good old Reliable. I've been out here probably 45 minutes now. I talked to Melissa on her ride home from work. During that call, my dad called and I talked to him for a little while. Didn't see any deer. Nothing like eating ripe raspberries on your walk back. Well, my brother John and his friend are over at my dad's cabin over there, my folks' cabin, so I'm going to run over there for a little bit and talk to them. Well, I went over and talked to John and Todd and my dad for a while. It's after 4 o'clock, so pretty soon I'll have to start cleaning things up around here, I guess. I'm leaving in the morning. Well, I don't really feel like starting up the barbecue today, or the grill, and I'm not going to start a campfire. I'm going to leave it in the morning, so I think I'll cook something a little different tonight. I think I'll clean up a few things in here first and go put the cameras back out and everything. I'm not even hungry yet, so. But I think I'm going to take a pork steak and cut it up. I've got a zucchini squash from the garden in the truck. Cut that up. I've got some of these, they're not instant hash browns, but something like that anyway. Just kind of put it all in a pan and cook it up and eat it. That's about all I'm in the mood for tonight. I do want to take a shower tonight though, since I'll be going from here to the fifth wheel tomorrow to see Melissa. Alright, I have all of the old pictures taken off the SDs on these, put onto my computer. Made sure I saved them really cool moose ones for sure. I'm going to go and set these out right now. I think I need one of those under cabinet lighting things like I put in those two bunks right underneath here, because this is an awesome camera, but it doesn't, like this is all dark and it doesn't pull it really nice. A little strip light right here would help a lot. When I start cooking in here with that gas stove, the mosquitoes start coming in from somewhere. And I had to get out there and fog everything because it's the perfect temperature. It's humid, it's warm out there, and the mosquitoes are loving it. All right, dinner is ready. Dinner in one pan, I like it. That looks every bit as good to me as a pork steak and a baked potato. That is going to be delicious. I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, everyone. Well, that was a pretty fun time at the tent. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.